Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. I'm Elisa Allgood. Today, we're reading both of my parents' letters from September 22nd, 1971. My dad was writing from Vietnam, my mom from San Antonio. What stands out in these letters is how much they were already imagining their child. My father writing about their little one, and my mother feeling me move inside of her. They were making budgets and plans. They were doing everything they could to bring me into the world during a really hard time, in the middle of a war. And in every line of these letters, there's proof of their love. I was made in a lot of love. First, here's my dad's letter. 22 September, 71. Dearest Sarah, I love you, pretty girl. I didn't get a letter today, so tomorrow will be my jackpot. I love you. Did I get you first? I bet not. You always outfox me. Sergeant Watkins, a new master sergeant here, he and I went to Long Bin to scrounge some food. We spent about 3 hours of the day. We enjoyed the time. We laughed, and we talked to the Army guys. Baby, I just miss you so much. Like I said before, I really do miss you more and more each day. My every thought is of my lovely wife. How is our little one? I bet he's growing by leaps and bounds. I just love you so much. I had supper at the mess hall. They had cold plates with beans, potato salad, and bologna and salami. You would have liked it. After supper, I had a long talk with a fellow who wants to sell me a system to play Blackjack. He wants $2,000, and he says he can teach me, and I'll win 600 or 700 any time I play. Well, of course I told him I didn't have $2,000 to give for the system, but my curiosity was up. You know me and Blackjack, but I am not going to be a gambling man. I am going to be a real hubby to you. We'll play together, okay? I'll try to get what I can out of him, but it probably won't be too successful. I am on alert tomorrow. I will write you a longer letter of love then. Okay, my darling? I love you with all of my heart. Sleep warm and love me. Love, Dick. And now Sarah's letter from the same day. You can hear in every line how the pregnancy is already shaping her days. And the small practical things, the longing, and the private, joyful imagings of what life would be like when they're together again. 22 September, Wednesday. Hi, precious darling. I be loving you. You're my little chickie. Finally, last night I slept good. Even after all the practice naps I'd taken during the day, I still woke up reaching for my love. But I could go back to sleep for the first time last night. I tell you one thing. Your son or daughter has to be moving about constantly for the last 3 days. At least he or she seems to settle down some when I'm sleeping. Baby, I can't remember if I told you or not, but we need to send Bill $4 for him to register us in Florida. Would it be easier for me to send the money, or can you do it? If you want me to send it, you'll have to send me his address again, because I can't seem to find it. I have Terry's, but not Bill's. Also, I think the little clock for Terry would be the one she would like. Okay, sweetheart? I love you, darling. It's now 3:30 p.m., and I started my letter early because I wanted to talk to my lover today. The day has just been shitty as yesterday, still raining. I just finished letters to both folks. I told them what I told you in yesterday's letter. You know, coming home on the 9th rather than the 2nd. The more I think about it, the better I like that plan anyway. Oh, sweetheart, if you'll send me a list of the tape stuff you wanted to get, I'll pick it up and send it to you. It'll give me something to pass the time. I'd especially like doing something for my precious darling. That is, only if you'd like for me to do it. Well, darling, I'm going to watch the afternoon movie and finish this before I go to sleep tonight. Meanwhile, remember I love you and miss you so very much. I'm back again. I had a long break, but you were not forgotten the whole time I was on break. As a matter of fact, one Captain Allgood continues to dominate my every thought and deed. I like that too, you know. I love you. After the movie, I took my bath and put my face on. I was lonely. I went next door with Steve and Melinda. I had a beer just to kill some time. Joy came up around 7. She made hamburger steaks and a salad for us. I'm still trying very hard to keep my weight down. Sometimes I get discouraged and I think, well, shit, I'm fat if I eat or don't eat. But then I get my mind back and I think about it after the delivery. Nancy Murray also helps keep my mouth closed when it comes to food. On more than one factor, I do believe. I simply refuse to be another Nancy. Joy and I watched TV after dinner. Connie came over. She was drunk. I haven't seen much of her. I guess the last time was the night before Hawaii, and that was the first time in a while. I can't help but to like her. She does send her love. Chickie, I've been thinking, and I want to know what you think. I'd like to wait until you come home on leave to get the baby stuff. That way you won't be left out. Plus you can help pick out the stuff. This will also help with the checkbook. We know just about the amount that we're going to spend each month, except for the phone bill. Now, I've also figured out $75 is my budget for food, booze, gas, cleaners, miscellaneous stuff like antacids, etc. So with the rent, the car, and the phone, and the $75, you will have a better way of keeping up. Yes, I'll continue to keep you posted on the checks as they're written. But what do you think of this idea? The baby idea and the budget of money. If $75 is too much, I could probably make it with $50. I have to try it. I'm going to try and make it with less, but $75 max. I won't need $75 for October if we go ahead and start some plan. I'd feel better when we have my ticket home. I can't remember how much that is either. I hate to talk about money, but let me know your thoughts. Okay, beloved? Well, Joy and I were talking about sex tonight, and in doing so, she got my attention on a new trend. Other than the baby, after the baby, and when you get home for good, we have to make love in the rain. It was raining, and our talk got to that. If we have a fence in our backyard, we should be able to handle that someday. What do you think of that idea, Captain? I get turned on just writing about it. I put another quarter in this afternoon. That way I might just make this a 50-cent day. Ha! Yes, I can get my dildo about halfway in now. It was really tough just getting the head in before R&R. See what good work you did. I sure wish you were around to do good work for your wife more often. She sure loves the work you do. You're my precious little chickie. Well, baby, I'm beat. I didn't have an afternoon practice nap today. I'm going to think of you making love to me, and climax and go to sleep. I love you with all of my heart and soul, forever and always, Sarah. Those are 2 letters on the same day. Small acts of life and of longing. My father's in a mess hall, joking about blackjack and waiting for letters. And my mother, she's feeling me move all the time, and budgeting, and dreaming about rain, and making love in the rain. And reading this as their daughter, it does fill me with gratitude for their dedication to each other primarily, and for their dedication to me and the baby they were just waiting to meet. If you'd like to support the Allgoods, please visit buymeacoffee.com/the Allgoods Love. And remember to share with a friend if you like it, and follow along and subscribe wherever you listen. Until next time.